Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. And today I am in the Hoosier National Forest and I am hot tenting. And I am in a beautiful location. It's one that I've showed in a video before, but in the wintertime it looks even, it's just beautiful. So I'll show that to you in a little bit. I'm running late on time. I got a late start today, and so I got to finish getting the hot tent set up and getting the stove set up. But once I do, then I will show you around this beautiful location. Let's get started. All right, so I got things going here. I got a little bit of it set up. I've got the stove, I got the tent set up. I just got to get my bed, and I've got the wood processed. By the way, this is a Onetigris Smokey Hut, and the stove is a Winnerwell Fastfold Titanium Fastfold. So I got the Winnerwell because I don't have to screw around with screwing things in, and it's just if everything just unfolds, it's pretty quick. The hardest part of this is setting the pipe into the stove. Literally, that's the hardest part. But I'm getting better at it. This is my second try, and I think I've got it down now. But I bent the crap out of my out of my chimney pipe. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get things going. I'm going to get my bed going, and then I may actually have a fire. There's a fire pit right here. I may actually have an outside fire and an inside fire. I've got 2 more bundles of wood in my truck that I could use. So we'll see what the night holds. The thing I like about this Nemo Tensor is this 3-way valve, or 3-function valve, I should say. And I didn't think I would like this bag, this inflate bag, but I do. So one of the things I'm going to do tonight is, and I'm going to start doing whenever I solo camp, is setting out a trail cam, because I'm curious what happens when I sleep with wildlife or good for naughts coming around the campsite. So I got this trail cam. It's a toe guard. It's a 4K trail cam, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm probably going to start using this when I truck camp alone, and the reason I say solo is because I don't want to capture one of my friends getting up in the middle of the night. I'm not trying to see that, but I would like to see if some wildlife come around my tent or hammock. So yeah, and if I capture anything, I will put the footage in. For this first one, I'll put some footage in anyway, just to get a sense of if it's going to work with the infrared. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so tonight for dinner we're having steak and sweet peppers and mushrooms, a little bit of garlic, green pepper, and some onions. So I'm going to start chopping a bunch of this stuff up so then I can get ready to light the fire, because I'm getting hungry. Okay, we got the peppers chopped. All this other stuff I'm going to saute in the frying pan. By the way, I did get a bigger frying pan, so just do a little test here. The steak actually does fit in the frying pan. So we're good to go there, and got my spices in my plate, and we're gonna get things started. Y'all ready for this sizzle? Boy, it got warm in here quickly. Ooh. Man, oh Shevitz. Right, we're gonna do the sizzle. Oh my goodness. goodness. Now, I always have a habit of putting in way too much garlic. I'm just going to put in about 3 pinches, because I do it, I always put in too much. You want a few onions. Man, that's going to be a good meal. Okay, there's the finished product. Steak smothered in peppers, onions, and mushrooms. And it looks delicious. I can feel the heat from the fire just sitting out here with both doors open. So I think I'm decided not to have an outside fire as well. Although, if I had both, I could sit between them as little space as there is. But now I'm going to eat and get ready for a cold night, maybe. We'll see. Okay. 30 degrees right now. Now they're calling for a low of 10 degrees. So that's going to hit... Oh, wait a minute. And some snow. Great, we're going to get some snow tonight. Well, maybe it's 12 degrees there. So by 8 a.m. it's going to be 12 degrees. So they've updated the forecast, but that's okay. We're going to be nice and warm. Okay, so we're going to be all scientifical. I got one of these infrared thermometers, so I'm going to point to the top of the stove, and right now we're running at 451 degrees. Now I'm going to point it to the area of the chimney pipe where it meets the tent, right up here. And that's only 179 degrees. So not too bad. Specifically, since you don't want it to melt this little flap right here. So just for giggles, let's see what the top of the stove pipe is, and that's only 99.5, so not bad. And I'm gonna leave a thermometer out here. I've got an old mercury style thermometer out here, and see what the ambient temperature is outside. I'm gonna try the ground right in front of the stove. And that is 129.9. So obviously the top of the stove, is the hottest. Let's see what the side is. Okay, the side is 488. Huh. Okay. 416 on top. So the side is now putting out the most heat. It's science. It's just science. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's still reading. We're still at 30 degrees, right around 30 degrees, which is what the phone. So the phone and this thermometer agree right around 30 degrees. Okay, good. We're going to monitor it, making sure we're not getting into, dangerous territory or anything. So I did want to say one of the things I really like about this trail cam is that it has a 1/4-20 tripod mount on the bottom. So in future adventures I can move it around, and it also has the ability to strap it to the tree just like a regular one, like a normal one. But I can move this around to different, on a multi-day trip to different spots. It also has, you can set it to where it only operates a certain time. So, starting at 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. and after that it turns itself off, which is a great feature. That way you save battery, because these are battery suckers, specifically this one with the 4K. It sucks battery from what I read. So I just put a couple of logs on the fire, and it's about 68 degrees in here right now. It's almost too warm. So I'm gonna give it a little while before I do that again. But I got the doors closed, so that's why. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock. I've been in here, been in this tent now for a couple hours, and really dialing in how to operate this stove. I'm actually burning up. Right here, the radiant heat, and of course it's warmer up here, but around the edges I've done temperature readings and it's colder. But right here, I mean, I'm really feeling it. So I've got the back damper, the one that goes up the chimney, up. I've got it full on, and I've got the front damper about 50%. And this has been the longest burn so far. It's probably lasted about an hour at that setting. So I'm thinking I can tweak it even more. I bet I could get maybe an hour and a half out of it. I have realized that you don't hot tent to sleep. You hot tent to experiment. That's really what this is about. But I haven't tried to sleep yet, so we'll see. My last trip, I actually got about 4 or 5 hours. We'll see how it goes. Still experimenting, though. I'm trying to not burn through the wood that I've already got processed so quickly, but 2 hours and I've only used about a quarter of it, so that's not too bad. Okay, probably gonna go to bed here, but see you in the morning. We'll see how this experiment goes. Okay, it's about 2 in the morning. The fire died out, but I was still pretty warm. Had a problem with my Tensor, my Nemo Tensor Airpad. Sprung a leak on me. So I was really uncomfortable. Luckily, I had the truck close by and I had my other Nemo pad, and it's my Cosmo. So I switched the pads out, and I got another sleeping bag from my truck. And so I've got my 0-degree quilt over me, and I'm in a sleeping bag, so I should be fine, even if the fire does go out again. But because I've got the trail cam set up on a timer, I think me getting out of the tent and all of my cussing, I think it captured that, which is, and I don't know if I'll include that in the video or not, but anyway, the fire's restoked. I'm warmer. I'm up off the ground now, and I'm gonna go back to bed now. See you in the morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh man, what a night was that. I've already been up for a while, and I actually hopped in the truck to warm it up. But I did sleep in the tent all night, and I really wish I hadn't. About 2 a.m. some things went wrong. I rolled over on my glasses and broke them. My Nemo Tensor pad sprung a leak. Luckily, as I said, I think I talked a little bit about this, I had a Nemo Cosmo with me, and so I got up and switched that out. It's a good time though. It is a balmy 10 degrees right now. So let me show you the aftermath here. I'm not going to show you everything because my pee bottle is still in there and nobody wants to see that. There's the wood that I had left. But yeah. And don't know that I'm going to have coffee on the dock, like I said. I'm cold. And this was a great test. Now the tent itself did fine. The stove did fine until it went out. But, you know, you don't use a hot tent to get sleep. You use it to get intermittent sleep. But we're gonna pack everything up and head home and get to warmness. Just need some warmness. But I've enjoyed it. So I'll show you a little more before I completely get packed up. Okay, still packing up. I wanted to take a minute to look at the lake again as the sun's coming up. Just beautiful. And we're still getting it packed away. But almost there. Everything's slower in the cold. It just is. Okay, all packed up. I'm ready to go home. Hot shower, hot meal, couch time. This has been an excellent experiment. I was able to last the whole night, what she said, and a lot of work to do this, but we're not leaving any trace here. We got everything packed up. One last look at the beautiful lake. So I hope you've enjoyed this, my follies, my, idiocy being out here in this cold. But always remember to get out there and explore, and we'll see you later. Peace.